Welcome to the She Runs podcast. I'm your host, Heather Sumlin, and this is your Aha Moments episode from Stephany Milas. Stephany's my neighbor, and I had so much fun talking to her. I didn't honestly realize how incredibly successful she was until one day her husband was bragging on her and started showing us her pictures. And she's been a photographer for over a decade, and she does maternity and newborn pictures, and they are breathtaking and incredible. And so when I started this podcast, I knew she was someone that I wanted to have on. So I'm so incredibly grateful that she took the time to talk to us today. One of the things that she mentioned was if you want to be great at something, focus on what you really love. In the beginning of her photography career, she was shooting any and everything because she just wanted to hone her skills. But when she became truly successful, she had really narrowed down what she loved the most. And she loved maternity, and then now she loves newborns. And it's just so inspiring to think about when we really focus on the things that we truly, truly love. It's like we're led to our actual calling. And I think that that's so incredibly inspiring. So no matter who you are or what you do, if you focus on what you love the most, you're probably going to be so much more successful. The next thing she said is, it can't be that hard. I remember she mentioned like her first newborn shoot, and you've got to watch the podcast so that you can hear this wonderful story. But she had no clue what she was doing. And she's like, oh, what? Like, it's that hard? I'll figure it out. And it was that mentality, though, that I will figure it out. I'll make it work. It's going to be okay. It can't be that hard. It's not rocket science. And I think whenever we're going into something that's new, it can feel scary. But if we decide, you know what, it's not going to be that hard. I'm going to be able to do it because I care about it and I want to. I think that's important. The next thing she said was the only limits you have are the limits you believe. So you're only limited by your own limiting beliefs. So don't limit your opportunities. Don't limit yourself. Choose to believe the sky is the limit and maybe even beyond that. So when you're setting your goals, set them higher. They should be out of range, but not out of sight. The last thing that she said, and this was in our Patreon episode for women, she mentions the importance of rest. She said in the beginning of trying to hustle to build her photography business after her husband basically said, you're not really a photographer. You don't have any clients. She's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to have clients. She was working so incredibly hard that she wasn't taking a day off. And finally, she was exhausted. And she realizes that, God says to take a day off. Why am I not taking a day off? And so rest is necessary for your body to recharge, for your mind to recharge and reset. So I hope that these little aha moments were helpful to you. Please watch the full episode on my YouTube channel or on podcast. Have a blessed rest of your day.